I sat down with Christi Lukasiak, the dance mom of dance moms, other than my mom, of course. It's a really funny conversation. We reminisced a lot because she remembers a lot more than we do because we were so young. So I'm excited for you guys to listen to it. It's very chaotic and all over the place. Good night.
Today I am here with the queen, Christi Lukasiak. Sorry, I just put my hairy armpit deodorant on your shoulder.
Why do you have hairy armpit deodorant?
Because I'm leaving tomorrow and I do my everything shower. Then you're looking. You're looking.
I am.
For
Now
it.
I need to know what's happening under there.
I know it's
not bad.
gross. I do my everything shower the night before I leave.
Where are you going?
Arizona.
Arizona.
Of
I'll be there
course.
for Cinco de Mayo.
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I was like, this is one of the first things I've done with someone from the cast.
I know.
I'm not leading the charge.
That
I'm
is so
always
fair.
in charge.
You are always texting us, calling us, emailing us with like different ideas
Like,
for
can we
stuff.
do this? And when you said, do you want to do this? I'm like, yes. And all day I kept having a little bit of panic. I was like, what do I need to do?
Yeah, right.
What and you came in, do I need to help? You're like, nope. So
This is a well-oiled machine at this point.
And you're such a grown-up now.
Oh, trying to be.
Grown-up. Not so little.
Not so little. There we go.
Not so little.
Obviously, we have to start at the beginning. Tell us how you initially got invited to be a part of Dance Moms.
Let me tread carefully around this because I don't want to come off arrogant here. I wasn't really invited to be a part of Dance Moms. I was kind of on the forefront of helping to create what Dance Moms was.
Wait, really?
Yes. So what happened was the casting call went out for the show that was originally supposed to be more like
Just Dance.
Well, yes, Just Dance, but it was supposed to be like Toddlers and Tiaras in the sense that you were only supposed to see moms and daughters once. You were supposed to have an episode.
And every week was a different
Every
cast?
episode was a different cast. And
Wait, this is so interesting.
and you would come back together. So like say season 1, episode 1 would be like Christy and Chloe in Pittsburgh. And then episode 2 would be like Kalani and Kira in Phoenix and go on and so on and so forth. And then the finale was supposed to be all of us coming back together for the second episode at Nationals. But when we started talking and Brian Stinson reached out, the first time he called me, I was actually in TJ Maxx.
Wait, this is so, I love that you remember this.
I have.
It's because it changed your life forever.
It changed my life, but I also have zero short-term memory about anything. Long-term memory, once it passes like whatever barrier in your brain, it becomes like locked in, and I could tell you like what I was wearing.
Wait,
It's
I love
bizarro.
that.
But if you asked me what we talked about 5 minutes ago, I'm like, not a clue.
Yeah, right,
None.
right.
Got nothing.
That's okay.
However, so he called me and I was like, I'm shopping. Can you call me tomorrow?
Yeah.
Just whatever. So he called and he started asking a bunch of questions about, you know, could I film X, Y, and Z? This was far before anybody had phones with cameras.
Right.
We had maybe, like, I think I might have had a pink razor at the time. I think it may have been one step above a pink razor, but we were in like pink razor territory, grainy.
What year was it? 2010?
11. Oh, no, 10. It was 10.
Yeah.
So I had just happened to, for Christmas the year prior, my husband had given me a flip camera.
Wait,
you're
this
too
is
young
so
to know
funny.
a flip.
No, because they gave us
They
the
gave
same
us
one.
flips, but they were inspired by the flip because really the auditions for Dance Moms were filmed on my flip.
Literally home videos,
Home
basically.
videos.
Yeah.
I interviewed everybody. Hold on. Let me stop.
Can't take credit.
I don't want to
kidding.
take credit. I didn't interview everyone in the studio. I interviewed a lot of people that ended up being on the cast.
That's so crazy,
I
Christy.
interviewed Abby.
That is so, I don't think I've ever heard this story.
Yes, like I had I'm the person who sent in Abby's original
wow.
audition tape. And she gets very mad about it, but it's true. But what had happened is they realized that the top 3 moms they liked were all from the same studio. And in our audition tapes, we were all talking about each other.
Right.
And they were like, hold on.
that is so good.
They were like, hold on, this feels housewivesy, but we have little kids who happen to be talented.
Yeah.
So I had to audition like everybody else. So we sent in all of this footage, and it was Christmas time. So that all started in September. It was Christmas time. I had Paige and Chloe at my house, and I kid you not, they were doing like Santa Baby. I don't know why I remember this.
Wait, that's so cute.
And Abby called me and she was like, no, Abby and I were fine back then.
Okay.
Like we weren't best of friends, but we were fine.
You could get along.
We could get along. ish. So she called me and she's like, there's a network interested. I'm like, who? Because there was a few networks I know that were interested, which Bravo was one.
Oh my God, imagine how
Different our lives would have been. Yeah, maybe. And she said, it's Lifetime. And I was like, oh, and she said, they're coming early January to audition in the studio. So there were 27 families. Most of them were from the studio. A couple people came. If you probably don't remember because you were at Studio 19, but in the Dance Master circuit, there was a few people who came who were like friends of Abby's who their kids were slightly older. And sorry, my pets. I mean, it is a circus here.
This is the best interview ever.
This is Nellie. Hi, Nellie. She's from a dumpster.
Oh my God.
Barnes is from a garbage pile almost in Tijuana. My New Orleans street cat's over there somewhere. We love, if you were a homeless pet.
Where'd we find you?
You have a house here. Well, I'm from Braddock. So I had to audition in January like everyone else. But here's the funny thing is Abby knew that they were coming to audition and she sent Kelly and I to New York because she wanted us out. It was like Cinderella's mean stepmother.
Wait, what were you in New York for?
She sent us for our girls to compete at DEA. She knew they were coming and she got rid of us. So I already had it in with
I was going to say, you
production.
already knew all of this was happening.
And I called them and I was like, we're getting sent out of town. They're like, we'll be there the night before to record your audition.
Christy, that is so good. I cannot believe I've never heard this story.
Yeah.
So the process was really fast then with September and then them coming in January.
They came in January. We got the call. And the only reason I know this weird brain is it was a few days before my birthday. So my birthday is 3/3, which I'm a weird 3 girl. And I was 33 years old that year.
Oh my God.
And I remember thinking when I turned 33, something's going to happen this year.
Yeah, it was your golden birthday.
It was my golden birthday, and it was crazy.
That's so cool.
And I got the call 3 days before I turned 34 that I was going to be on a TV show.
That is such a good story.
And we started filming in April.
I wish mine was that interesting.
And we were on the air in July.
That's awesome.
It's crazy.
How many episodes was the first season?
It was originally only supposed to be 6.
It was probably like 33.
No, that was the season 2.
That was my season.
That was your season. Every season was like 453
Every
weeks.
season they just kept adding more reunions, more specials.
Do you remember sitting... I'll answer your question. It was supposed to be 6 episodes. The first half of season 1 ended up being 7 because of a fight that I had, so they had to add an extra episode.
Bringing in the gold.
Yes, TV gold right here.
Yep.
And then we ended up doing a back 6, so it was 13.
13.
Do you remember sitting in airports on like December 23rd?
Oh yeah,
trying to get home.
Oh yeah,
for
right
Christmas?
before Christmas. Yeah, and also the thing is like they would book our. We were lucky that they would book our transportation. They should anyways.
Oh,
but the second it was booked, and if something happened, like they
You're on your
did
own.
not care. They would give you your confirmation code, and then if it got canceled or it got delayed, like you couldn't reach out to anybody.
there was nobody to reach out to.
Yeah, everybody was off.
Season 1, we did our back 6 on the road because it was during national, so there was nowhere for us to film like regionals in the Pittsburgh area, so they took us on the road. I took Clara with me and she was 1.
Oh my God.
So I had my 1-year-old, my 10-year-old, while she was my 1 and my 10-year-old. Kendall, they literally dropped me off at LAX curbside with like 8 bags, a 1-year-old, a 10-year-old after we wrapped, and they were like, see ya. It was, I couldn't even move my luggage because I couldn't leave my kids.
Right.
So I had to like get a
And
sky
I'm
cab.
sure they would have done the exact same thing to this day. Like
100%.
Yeah.
Well, I love when people are like, you were on TV. I'm like, no.
Not glamorous.
We were like literally raw dogging.
Yeah, no, we
all
were.
times.
You
At
guys
all
had
times.
it the worst too, obviously, with a brand new TV show. Can you tell us what the relationship was like with the moms pre-Dance Moms?
It was very similar.
I can sense that.
Yes, it was very, very similar.
Like you and Kelly were super close before.
We were because we would drop the girls off at dance, and we always went to dinner. Like we would go to dinner. Not just, Mohan's, but we had other restaurants in our rotation.
Yeah.
Kendall, not just Mohan's. But we would go out to dinner like 3 nights a week. So yes, we were close. There was always tension between Melissa and I because like the back and forth between Maddie and Chloe, which whatever. Holly was my neighbor. So Holly and I had been friends for a long time because she was working full time. I also owned a business. So Holly and I were both like working moms.
Right.
So there was a lot of times where I would like take the kids to dance and like she would drop them off. And
That's nice. You had a good routine.
And so relationships were similar, but what I try to explain to people is you don't walk around saying these absurd things in real life that you say when you're on reality. So that does change the dynamics of a relationship.
Absolutely. I agree.
Sure.
But yeah, I feel like watching the first season, you guys all already had a good relationship, but it was already like you could tell who was tense with who.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
They knew that.
But it was also dramatized for sure with the producers. They hit the jackpot with you guys, I have to say.
We always say, we were like, we wrote it for you.
You really
lightning in a
did.
bottle. Well, they had no idea. So they would come in and we would be like, hey, did you know X, Y, and Z was happening? And then that would become a storyline.
Right.
We should have shut our mouths until we got EP
You should have got
credit.
producer. Yeah, I was going to say you should have got producer credits.
Nope.
When people ask you, was the show scripted? That's like top 2 most questions I get.
And is she really that mean?
That 1 and 2. Those are literally 1 and 2. We're going to answer these for you guys right now. What's your answer?
To which one?
Was the show scripted?
No.
I say no. I'm like, definitely not scripted, very produced.
Yes.
And they're like, what does
100%
that
produced.
mean? And I'm like,
I will tell the
let me
story
give you a
that I
scenario.
tell everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're wearing a mic at all times. You know, you go down to the bathroom and you
You have no privacy.
none. And you become hyper aware at first that you're wearing a mic, but after we were just saying so many hours of it being just grueling that you sort of just are like, whatever.
I don't care at this
I
point.
don't
Yeah.
care. So I use your mom as this example all the time. It's a great story, but it really didn't happen. But we'll pretend it did. So let's say I'm in the bathroom and I'm with Kelly and I'm like, oh my God, Jill is wearing the ugliest sweater.
The Tigers.
I did wear that to an ugly Christmas party sweater. Or an ugly, what is an ugly sweater? Christmas sweater? Yeah.
Christmas sweater. Yeah.
I
We
loved
get the
it.
gist.
I did. So I wore that this year, actually, with the blue eyes. I mean, it's amazing. So let's say I would say that. And I would go upstairs. And so you're me and Kelly sitting. Kelly and I, you idiot. Do you know that?
Kelly and I, you idiot.
So we're sitting there and a producer would be sitting across from me. Well, they just heard me down in the bathroom
Yeah.
saying that. So they would be like, hey, Christy, why don't you tell Jill how ugly you think her sweater is? And I'd be like, I'm like, Jill, I think your sweater is really ugly.
Yeah, like they had eyes and ears everywhere without us even knowing or with us knowing.
Do you know they used to leave mics in the dressing room with you guys?
In the den? Really?
To try to catch you guys?
Wait, that is shocking to try and catch an 8-year-old probably
Yeah.
crying that their dance teacher is being mean to them.
Yeah.
Like, congrats.
Yeah.
These are my natural feelings. That's wild. Wow. And we were close with the sound people too. They really did not have our back.
Well,
it was probably the producers like
was-
grabbing it and putting it under our dance bags, but
The sound people are some of the only people, I think, in my opinion, who protected you guys.
oh my God, 1,000%. That and like maybe Teresa Moyo. Like,
More like, wait, what was it? More like my period, less like molasses flow.